Ciao comrade, hola compañero, welcome, pleasure. Today we are looking at the latest Vita ports, made mostly by AI. Are they any good? Are they worth playing? Let's find out. First one is a 9mm. This is a solid old school third-person shooter. However, as soon as I launched it, it glitched into this screen. It said touch the screen to continue, but no matter what I pressed or touched, it didn't help. Then I wanted to quit the game and forget about it. I pressed PlayStation button and it somehow helped. And I was able to get to the main menu. We can adjust sensitivity in there. We can toggle aim assist. We can choose language. And then we can also play more or less. I'm saying more or less because straight at the beginning I got stuck. I get to the door and I wasn't able to open them. I've seen the icon on it. I'm sure I was meant to tap it to open, but again, no matter what I touched or pressed, it didn't do anything. Then later somehow magically it was working and I was able to open it. I was happy, I was able to see the cutscene. But the happiness didn't last long, because soon after there were another door, another non-pressable icon. But I had more information this time. I've noticed after I pressed PS button or start, the game acted a little bit differently. I still couldn't press it directly, as you can see. This time, for example, when I was trying to open it, the character was running all the time to one side. When there were no icons to click, the game was actually working pretty okay. The frame rate wasn't stable, but it was playable for the most part. Here and there some slowdown, but nothing major. The controls were mapped to the sticks, triggers and face buttons, and it was controlling the character about okay. The gameplay itself is like a ripoff of Max Payne a little bit, and for me it was kinda intriguing to play it. Until I get to the next door icon. Here we go again. Little bit of montage of glitch. And you can also nicely see the touch was working for other functions okay. It just wasn't opening the doors for whatever reason. I think now you understand what's the issue with the game. It's mostly this problem. The game is out for a whole month and it didn't receive a single update. I've checked the GitHub for some closer information. There are some known issues, but nothing regarding this. I've checked Reddit too. Wow, I'm impressed. It looks really good and runs great. I wonder if this guy even played it for a bit. Here I finally found one comment about the glitch, so it's not only for me, it's for other people too. I'm not here to bitch about using AI. This is not a problem of AI, but mostly a problem of the people that are using it and how they're using it. I understand this guy just wanted to play 9mm on the Vita, and I also just wanted to play it. Now I played it, and you know how my session ended up. By getting stuck because I wasn't able to crouch and proceed. And you know what's best about it? There are two physical face buttons, circle and triangle, that do absolutely nothing. Why not to map opening doors and crouching to it? That's a great idea. That would solve almost all of my issues instantaneously. But clearly more issues might appear once I get further into the game. Either way, the game is not bad, but it's not finished. It needs a proper TLC, and I sincerely hope the dev is gonna give the correct prompts to the AI to fix it. That would be amazing. Now we have a sponsored part and we are taking a look at this T7 Pro Retro Green controller made by Gamesir, and it's officially licensed by Xbox. This is it, classic Xbox shape, asymmetrical sticks and this little bit see-through green color. It has Hall effect sticks, headphone jack, decent D-pad, comfortable action buttons, bumpers, triggers. You can also lock them for instant activation, and we have also two programmable rear buttons. Here you can see all the functions displayed in closer detail. Here as well, 2-year limited warranty. This one can be only connected via wire and it's compatible with Xbox, PC and also Android. It comes with 3 meters long cable, so there is a USB-C from one side and classic USB-A from the other side. I'm gonna be connecting it to the RG Vita, so I'm gonna use this USB-C adapter. Now I just plug it in. Now it's connected, and as we can see there are some nice colors, as well as from the rear side. I connected it to the emulator and it works flawlessly straight away. The controller is really comfortable, ergonomics, bumpers, triggers, everything works as expected. This control can be only connected by wire, but they also offer same style of controller with tri-mode. And it supports Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and wire. Compatible with Android, iOS and Switch, I believe. Out of curiosity, I also connected it to the PS Vita via the USB-C adapter, but it doesn't do anything. I guess Vita isn't designed to output any power via the cable, via the port. All in all, this is a decent controller, but I would prefer the other version, not just wired but also wireless. Check the link down below if you want to find out more information. Now let's get back to Vita stuff. I've started with 9mm to show you the frustration I went through. Luckily, second port is much better. Again, made mostly by AI and developed and published originally by Gameloft. It is a port of Modern Combat 2 Black Pegasus. We've already received Modern Combat 1 Sandstorm and Modern Combat 3 Fallen Angel, and now finally even second port, all thanks to the AI. You see, it's not all doom and gloom. After rain, we got some sunshine too, because this port is mostly working okay. I was able to change the language at the beginning, there are also some basic settings to play with. I've just adjusted the sensitivity cause it was really sensitive, and after that it was playable, mostly at 60 FPS, to my great surprise. The game is like an old school first person shooter, but you are only moving in the corridors, it's not like open world. Still, I like it a lot. These are the real retro first person shooters. I remember playing this one on my Xperia Play, still might have it installed in there. However, the playability in there wasn't great because it was lacking joysticks, so it was a bit limited. Vita joysticks, on the other hand, are great. Triggers too. Therefore, the playability in here is amazing. Here are also a lot of these touch points to activate before proceeding. Luckily, all I needed to do here was to press X and I carried on straight away. That's how it should be. No hassle, no waiting, single press of a button, boom, you carry on. It's kind of primitive shooting, it's not like the modern first-person shooting. Still I like it. So this AI port works okay. I don't have any issues with it. Saving works, loading works, controls work, frame rate is stable. I guess even good AI ports can be made. Thumbs up for that. This title also reminded me another great Gameloft shooter, Nova 3. I wish AI can make me this one. Last but not least, we got Beach Buggy Racing. Initial loading took a really long time, but after that the game was working mostly okay. The menus were functional, controls were mapped to the triggers and buttons. Frame rate for the most part was around 55-60 FPS, which is very good. I remember playing this game back in the day on my old phone. It's a decent Mario Kart ripoff, saving and loading works too, and when I launched the game again, the loading was much shorter, so I believe just the initial very first loading was very long. Overall, another decent AI port. If you like it, might be worth checking out. Modern Combat 2 as well. I would only recommend trying 9mm for very strong people with a lot of patience. All of these games are Android ports, therefore you need to follow setup instructions to get them working. Links for all of them are down below. I cannot go through installation step by step because I'm a community guidelines abiding citizen. If you are facing any issues, please check our Discord. If you enjoyed this video, consider becoming Patreon or member. This is a great way to support this channel. Huge thanks to all of my supporters. Thanks to you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.